course. Jorge.
I wanted to add, was that Terrence talking about moving into commercial and keeping residential business?
No, that was, where'd he go? No, that wasn't Terrence, but go ahead.
Okay, well, the trick to it is we can do, because I am doing it here in Seattle. In fact, I've got this month of June that is just absolutely crazy with residential business. And but one difference between our MLS in Seattle and most of the other MLSs around the country is that our MLS is not a realtor MLS. So I don't have to belong to the Realtor Association. Now, if you're in an area where the MLS is a realtor MLS, you could probably be a member of the Realtor Association without advertising it that you're a realtor, and that will qualify you to get into their MLS.
Yeah, actually, in most cases you can't, because typically the way that works is if you want to join the board of realtors, your managing broker has to be a member. And if your managing broker is a member, then every agent under them has to be a member, and it becomes very expensive very quickly. And so, but an agent can't just join a board of realtors by themselves. Their managing broker has to be on there. So I think that's why EXP Commercial made the decision not to join the board of realtors, because there's, you know, for the commercial agents, there's so few of them that would use the forms and things that are made available by the board of realtors, that they didn't think the money was going to be worth it to force that. So, but I understand what you're saying. But you're right, Jorge. There's I think in California, I was told that there's 2 MLSs that do not require you to be a realtor. One is in Southern California, one's in Northern California. I don't remember which ones they were. But nonetheless, I mean, they are out there. And so I'm sure in Michigan, there may be a board, or not a board, but there may be an MLS where you don't have to be a realtor to join.
Yeah, and the other way around it is to partner with a residential agent in case the board of realtors doesn't allow you to be a member without the designated broker. So with the partner, you could list and you can do all of the activities that would normally be require the board of realtors membership.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went ahead and partnered with my girlfriend is EXP Realty, and but I did find out that people were still on one website having EXP Commercial and EXP Realty. So that's what I did. I know a couple people that are brokers in EXP Commercial, and they have one website and they have their residential person and their commercial person under the same brokerage name. So that's what I did. But I just run everything through her. She'll mess around and be an icon agent with all of my closing all of my deals as well. So yeah, it's fine now. I don't sweat it. So I just run everything through her. But I don't have access to the MLS here because it is a realtor MLS, but she just looks everything up for me anyway. So
yeah. So I think that so CoStar, there's a question here about CoStar. I believe that CoStar is available. You can pay for it, and I think there's a discounted fee for it. And so you have the ability to have CoStar if you want it, but it's at your cost. Kind of like for business brokerage. I mean, you know, we have to have access to bizbuysell and some other tools, and EXP doesn't buy those for us. That's all at our own cost. But I do think that CoStar, that they did discount some, or they did negotiate some type of discounted rate. I'm not sure. Yeah, Jorge.
Apparently that's, they have a deal with the Florida commercial realtors, EXP commercial. I don't know whether that's spread to other states, but it may be coming up.
Yeah, I know they're still talking and working on it, so. All right.
You know what? This is Sylvia. You know what kind of discount they have with CoStar? Because with CoStar, I have you have to have both account with LoopNet and CoStar. So without the discount, they're like about $1,000. But if you a month for both, because CoStar is like $500, unless if you sign a long contract with them, which I did sign a 3-year, it was like $400 a month. They gave like $100 discount, and then the LoopNet you have to have in order to list. So you have to have both accounts. They're expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. And my understanding is that it is about $500 a month for CoStar.
And
I don't
LoopNet
use
is
either
another
one. I mean, I don't use LoopNet. I don't use CoStar, because for business sales, it's really not necessary. I mean, now that being said, bizbuysell is owned by CoStar now. LoopNet bought them years ago, and then CoStar bought LoopNet. So bizbuysell is owned by CoStar. And my understanding is that, you know, when you put a business listing into bizbuysell, I think it does push it out to LoopNet now, which is unfortunate, because LoopNet is not a business for sale site. I mean, so I really wish they would leave businesses off of that. But in general, you know, that's how it is. And I think they also own BizQuest. There are some other sites that we use, businessbroker.net, bizben.com. So, there are several. But you have to have your own accounts on all of those. Yeah.
Do those go out to the same market? The same do they market the same way as LoopNet and bizbuysell? Like same demographic?
No, I mean, I think bizbuysell, you know, they push out to bizbuysell pushes out to a lot of different places. BizQuest being one of them, and then LoopNet, things that they own, things that CoStar owns. But in terms of the sites, I mean, most people looking for a business go to bizbuysell, or they go to bizben.com, or they go to BizQuest, and they start searching. So the sites are all different, and they all, you know, they have different group of buyers that will go to each of those sites. Sometimes it's the same buyers that might go to, you know, 3 or 4 different sites looking for businesses, but sometimes it's different buyers.